And hi again, my name is Dylan Black. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Daytime Ottawa right here on Rogers TV. It's a pleasure to have you here. The Ottawa Fringe Fest is coming June 13th to 23rd at Arts Court. Let's find out what to expect. Joining us right now, we say hello to Patrick Gauthier, Festival Director.
Hello.
Hello, and Sarah Haley is here as well, an artist, and you're also with a show called Olive, a Culinary Landscape. We'll talk about that in moments. You're going to be making hummus for us here today. I'm curious as to why. We'll get to that. Patrick, quick history on the Ottawa Fringe Fest. It's been around for quite some time.
Yes, we're going into our 23rd festival,
Wow.
Which is pretty great for us. We're a 100% unjuried festival, so all of our participants are chosen via lottery. So anyone can do a fringe show, you can do a fringe show, I can do a fringe show, anyone at home. It doesn't matter if it's your mom or Keanu Reeves. Everyone has the same chance of getting in, and we return 100% of tickets to the artists.
Yeah, but you'd probably put Keanu Reeves to the front of the line.
I'm not allowed. I wouldn't be allowed.
Fair enough. What does fringe mean? Why the word fringe?
Well, I mean, Fringe started in Edinburgh in 1949, and it was a reaction to a bunch of artists who didn't get into the Edinburgh Festival. They started their own festival off-site called the Fringe. And really being like, you know, on the and it was for more experimental kind of work, right? So on the fringe of society and the fringe of art. And that movement kind of grew across the country, across not across Scotland, but then across the world. It kind of came over to Canada in the 80s. And now it represents an access point for artists because there's no jury and because the fees to participate are so low. Anyone, no matter if you're an emerging artist or you're an experienced artist making a new thing, you can use the opportunity, the access to the Fringe to get your art seen by the public.
Super cool. Hey, Olive, a Culinary Landscape is a cooking show with an identity crisis. That's what I read here. Now, what exactly is this show all about? Like, why did you create this?
Well, the reason I decided to do it as a cooking show is because a few years ago I saw a play where they filleted a salmon on stage and then served it afterward for people to eat, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. But I really love to cook, and my mom's family is Middle Eastern, and I always found it was a very weird thing trying to juggle that part of my identity in my everyday life. And the one way I always had access to it was through food, and so it's the way I'm cooking food for everybody so they can try that sort of part of my culture. And I tell them a bit about how that's important to me.
Okay. So how many foods do you cook during the show?
I'm going to be making 3 appetizers, including hummus, and a type of coffee that's made with cardamom.
Nice. Okay, so right now you're making hummus for us. Would you like to take us through the steps and just go for it?
Yeah, so the best way to start is with just some garlic in a food processor. Make sure it's peeled, of course. And then a bit of salt as well.
Yeah. I've never made hummus myself, so this is very new to me.
I've tried, I'm bad at it.
And we're just gonna mince this like you would if you had a garlic press or a knife. It's just a lot easier.
Here we go, the loud portion of the show. Ooh, nice. This is what we can expect at the Fringe Fest. Okay.
Okay, and once that's done and everything smells like garlic, we're gonna add some chickpeas.
Okay.
So for this recipe, it's about 2 cloves of garlic and a typical can of chickpeas. And I'm gonna try and make sure these don't spill everywhere.
That's okay. All right, of course, and I mean, hummus is quite a healthy.
Oh, for sure.
Healthy
Yeah,
food for
it
sure.
has a lot of protein in it, and there's vitamin C as well from that lemon.
All right.
And it's just very good and filling.
Yeah.
And very popular today. So.
Right. And we're back to the noise of the blender. No? Oh, something else?
Oh, just a few more minutes, or seconds rather. But we're going to put some tahini paste, which is just ground sesame seeds.
That looks good.
So this is what gives it a really rich and nutty flavor.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
put a bit more in.
All right, so let's get that hummus fired up. We got some details to get to here as far as the Fringe Fest. Maybe while
And then
she's
a bit of lemon, sorry.
Okay, no, go ahead. While you're continuing to do that, because I just want to get to Patrick in more details on the free programming that's also available.
Yeah, so we have all Fringe shows are $12, right? Because we try to keep prices accessible, but then we also have free programming so anyone can come regardless, right?
Yeah.
And the best part is preview night. So preview night is on June 12th. It's the night before the festival actually starts. And it's 2-minute previews of almost every show in the festival.
Wow.
So if you're not sure what you want to see, then you can come to preview night, get a whole bunch of trailers essentially, and then kind of make your picks.
Okay.
But we also have Sunday morning yoga. We have tours of the Ottawa Art Gallery, and then Untold Stories Told Live, which is Ottawa Storytellers. They're having their monthly storytelling event in our courtyard.
They're great. Okay, we need to be quiet for a second because we need to hear that.
Okay, and then we're just gonna
the blender go. Yeah, go for
process this as well.
it. All right, blending up the hummus. And chickpeas and everything?
If it's too thick, then you're just going to add some water to it. So I'm just going to quickly do that.
Okay, now the best part about the show is, as well, is once you're done cooking everything, I mean, tell us that the audience gets to eat it.
Yes,
that's
of course. And if you go to the preview night, I'll have hummus as well for that. So if you're seeing this and you want to try some, come to the preview night.
That is super fun. Okay, so tell us about volunteers, Patrick, because I know that that's something that's also super important to the Fringe Fest.
Yeah, volunteers, I mean, help the festival run. We have 250 people that volunteer each year, and they do things like sell tickets. They serve as volunteer bartenders in our courtyard. They also help with wayfinding and signage, making people know where all the venues are, and really the average volunteer puts in about 10 hours of work for us.
Yeah.
And then if you volunteer, you can still sign up, ottawafringe.com/volunteer. You get a free show for every shift that you work, so you get to see plays for free.
That's nice, and you help out a good cause, of course. Let's get that blender going. We've about a minute left here in the show, so I want to make sure we get some final product. Now, would this be the final step, Sarah? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I want to eat this.
That hummus is really coming along. All right. I hope they can hear us in the control room. But, Patrick, so all the money raised, it goes right to the artists. That's
exactly, yeah, 100%, yeah.
And over the years, about $2 million has gone towards artists
Absolutely.
who wouldn't have received this amount of money.
Yeah.
That's
since
cool.
1997. This is 23rd year. So since 1997, $2 million.
Okay, that is a lot of fun, and I think we're pretty close to finished.
I'm just gonna plate this for everyone.
Okay, there you go.
So
does this hummus have a special name, or is this just?
It's called hummus. So hummus actually just means chickpea in Arabic.
Yeah.
So it's not the most original of names, but it's very, very descriptive.
Yeah. And Sarah, when is your first show?
My first show is at 6:30 on the first night, so that's June 13th.
Beautiful, and 8 showings in total. Thank you very much, OttawaFringe.com for a complete listing. Patrick and Sarah, thank you for being here today.
Thanks, Ellen.
Wonderful. Hummus and everything. Much more daytime coming up.